Hello everybody, happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody is staying safe and cool. But even that doesn't cover it with the weather that we are experiencing, whatever part of the world you're in. It's, I wonder what the climate deniers are saying now. I should talk to my hillbilly brother, because he is a climate denier. He goes, it's just a cycle. And he isn't that dumb. I mean, he's a hillbilly, but he ain't dumb. So I wonder if he's changed his tune. He has changed his tune on politics, so, a little bit. A little bit. Okay. So just be safe, be safe, be safe. If you can help your neighbors, please do. Even if they're of a different political viewpoint as you. I was thinking about this whole ascension process and what we're going through. And as we become more and more and more aware of the possibilities that are out there, are we becoming more empathic? Is that a word? Empathic? And once we reach that stage of empathy for all things, I talk about the web that we play in, that we sing in, that we dance in, that we cry in. All that energy reverberates throughout the whole web. So when we start feeling for the ants, the rocks, the water, the other people on the other side of the aisle, that we go, how can you do such a thing? Is that when things are going to shift? I think so. And we're in that shift now, because look at all of us in this community. And not on my channel, not just here who are watching, but on all the other channels that have thousands and thousands and 2 viewers and 5 viewers. All of them. We're all bringing together a community of like-minded people who are trying to figure this out. And I think it's through our psychic abilities of empathy, and it's we're not even going to have to talk anymore. Sometimes I wish we could start right now. Anyway, we have generations to go. We can look at that a little deeper. I don't think it's certainly not this generation, but maybe another generation, 2, 3. We're getting there. All right, the week ahead. If y'all are still watching, that was a little soapboxy thing. It was a recycled soapbox though, so we're good. Week ahead. What's the message for the week ahead? I am using my, I forgot the name. Hang on, I'll pull it out so we can see. Sacred Earth Oracle. Sacred Earth Oracle. What can you tell us of the week ahead? What can you tell us of the week ahead? Breathe, 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 breathe. We have the potential. This card is really fascinating to me because you have the potential coming out of the heart space. It's not coming out of the mind. It's coming out of the heart space. Discernment. Well, certainly we're looking at that all the time. And I don't think it's ever more evident in the Barbie movie. And then the other one, the Freedom movie. Somebody asked me about that, and they said, would you read on it? I go, well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. And then I'm reading more and more how it's QAnon and politicized. And when I looked at it, I thought it was more like a vigilante guy that goes in and saves kids from the sex trade or something. And I go, well, okay, you don't have one guy do that, but you have a whole bunch of one guys doing it, guys and gals, and yeah, maybe. But to try to politicize something that is positive and that needs to be addressed and needs to somehow, we need to stop this. I think it's just crazy. And then to politicize Barbie, oh my God. I don't get any of that. But so we do need to have discernment on what is true for us, and where do we find the discernment with all this stuff? What rings true in our hearts? What rings true in our potential for being empathic beings, for having care for everything? And then the last card I got, unity. Wow. Earth unity. I really believe that we can't keep looking at all of this disgusting behavior towards other people. That's probably not the right word, but it's close to it. Clearly, I'm not having any empathy for these people who are doing these horrific things to other people. But we are moving towards a better place. We are moving towards unity. I don't know how. I wish my unity stopwatch would work. Sometimes it speeds up and sometimes it slows down. So, all right. Let's pull some cards on the week ahead. I'm using my Light Seers Tarot so that they'll be a little lighter. So spiritually, we can look at the unity, the discernment, the potential, but how do we focus that on this week? How do we focus that on this week? Is that even the right question? How do we focus that on this week? The Empress being challenged by moving on to calmer waters. This is kind of like the Unity card, isn't it? Look at that. We're going to have some celebration. The defending ourselves, you know, still standing. That's in the past. You know, we had to fight off a lot of things. And the potential near future is the 10, I mean, at the top of the reading is the 10 of Cups. And, okay, yikes. I'm going to drop this down. I should have warned you before, but I didn't. So we have world events with the Empress, giving birth to something new for the planet. Moving on, the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters, asking for assistance. And then we have the Wish card at the base. We have still standing in the past. We have the Ten of Cups, which is my Democratic card. But then we have the Four of Swords. And this is, in this deck, it's more of a retreat. So it's not like just moving full steam ahead. It's like, take some time out for ourselves. Internally, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Family money, family projects, family coming together, enjoying themselves. Externally, we have the Nine of Swords. Worry. Really? Are we worried? Alfred E. Newman, come on. And then the hopes and fears is we hope that we can come together. And our fear is we're not going to be able to come together. And the final outcome is the Four of Pentacles. Hang on to what you find is dear and near to you. You have the King of Wands, new information coming forward that is has strength behind it. And then we have the Hermit, which is a little isolation but shining the light on something. And the Five of Swords, winning at any cost. This is also like, what did I do? What did I do? So I'm not sure who that is, but this Hermit shining the light on this guy who has a headache. Well, you guys can't see that, sorry. The Hermit shining the light on this guy who has a headache. I'm thinking more like it's not one of us who watch this channel. It's probably somebody who doesn't watch this channel. I'll pull a clarifier on that. And I don't really need to, because we have the Democratic card, we have the celebration. We do have the Ten of Pentacles, which could be a Trump card, family card, but in this deck I don't get it so much. Because it's, you know, everybody's being together as a family. In the Rider-Waite deck, you have the old man watching the two people argue and bicker. Not in this deck. So I'm not getting that it's a Trump. But things aren't going. I mean, we're going to have hiccups along the way. So let's see. I'm going to use... No, I'm going to... Hang on. Sorry. Let's use my Los Caribo deck. So for those of you who habla español, you can follow along. And in Italian, and it's got a whole bunch of languages up at around the edges. What is this Five of Swords? Who is this Five of Swords? Winning at any cost. Who is this? New beginning. Nine of Wands again. Hanged Man, suspension. It may be us. It may be us not being happy with what is going on with this King of Wands, who's bringing forth lots of information, lots of higher information. And to me, these are the Department of Justice card. It's not the sword, but it's what's coming forward. And then when we get into the courtroom, then we'll have the swords. But this is setting up all the information. It could be that the Jack Smith investigation is finding out how people wanted to win at any cost. But the Hermit is shining a light on this Five of Swords, whoever it is. And so we may not get all we wish, or we may get maybe even a little more of what we wish. But with this, it feels like we're not going to get it all, especially with the Hangman. It's going to be in suspension. It's not going to be as fast as we want it, which brings me to Eileen Cannon. I didn't want to read on her today. I wanted to read on Texas and Israel, but let's just read on Eileen Cannon. So she's pushed that to May 20th. And is she my sense is that she's just playing a game with this. She's setting it up for she set up May 20th to appease everybody, to get people off her back. I'm sure she's been talking to other judges, and they say, yeah, do this, and they're not liberal judges, they're conservative judges, Federalist Society guys. Even the big guy, what's his name? The head honcho of the Federalist Society. What's his name? I can't remember. You guys are going to tell me. All right. So Leonard Leo. So is her plan on this? Is it always just to push it back? Is she doing Donald Trump's bidding, and she'll just push it back, push it back, push it back? Not that it really matters, because I think the investigation surrounding January 6th, where it's, the stopping the transfer peaceful of power. And Trump has a new attorney that is supposed to be pretty good, which I'm like, maybe he's the top of the parking garage attorneys. Didn't he get a parking garage attorney? Somebody who specialized in parking garages or something? Hard to keep track. Okay, Eileen Cannon. I haven't seen her on the case. I thought she was going to be gone. She just got slapped by the 11th Circuit, I think. The appeals, whatever circuit that was. The appeals circuit. So what's going on? Eileen Cannon. Are you doing Donald Trump's bidding behind the scenes? Are you going to delay this? Huh. We have a celebration. We have a working together, a yay. This could be a false celebration, though. Four of Wands. I don't see it in this deck so much. I just see two people coming together and working together on this. Nine of Wands. She's under the gun. Moving on to calmer waters. Is she leaving again? That's at the base. At the top of the reading is the hard work, Four of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. I think karmic in the potential near future. I'm going to drop this down so you can play along. I think she feels like a winner, but she's becoming very embattled with this Nine of Wands. At the base of the reading is maybe, I just heard, her desire to get the hell out of Dodge, Florida. So she's moving on to calmer waters, and maybe that was just by setting that date, being hard at work in the past. And at the top of the reading is the Four of Pentacles just trying to hold on, being insulated a little bit, being stuck in a little money cave. So she may be getting some money out of this. Maybe, I don't know. I don't feel it. I just think she's kind of hanging on a little too tight. And then she has the Wheel of Fortune. And this Wheel of Fortune constantly spins. It's a completion card too. So internally, we have the wild ride that's going on with the Knight of Cups. She may be looking for some knight in shining armor. It may not come. It just may be a crazy ride. She's battling windmills with this Seven of Wands. Hopes and fears. The devil made me do it. Mr. Flip Wilson, thanks for showing up here. The devil made me do it. What would Ron DeSantis say about Geraldine? Oh my God. All right, and the final outcome. Riding in as a winner. Wow. Okay, so let's look at the suspension cards, the holding up cards, the not moving forward cards. I don't see many of them. This one, possibly. But then there's a lot of movement cards in here. You have a movement card here. You have a movement card here. You do have a stagnation card here. This card is not stagnation. This is moving it forward really quickly. Riding in as a winner, that is the potential near future. Ooh. Heartbreak. Three of Swords. Ooh, somebody else is going to get involved. The Queen of Wands. Why didn't I say that is her? Because she would be the Queen of Swords. There's somebody else coming in. And there's a lot of battling going on. Let's just keep going with this. And then we have the slow-moving knight. Slow-moving knight. I think I think she's going to present herself as a winner, winner, chicken dinner. But because Flip Wilson shows up, and the devil made me do it, she's going to have a little bit of a heartbreak. Somebody new may be coming in. That's going to cause a lot of, what? You can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Slow moving night. She is not up for the task of this, I don't feel. And let's just ask flat out, is Eileen Cannon going to finish this? Is she going to be the judge when this trial is over? Is Eileen Cannon going to be sitting on the bench as a judge, not a bench warmer, as a judge when this document's trial is over in her district? That card did not want to come out. So we have the Three of Pentacles, working at something, finishing something up. Crossed by the Moon. Ooh, King of Pentacles. There's, yeah, it's family, money. Nine of Wands again. I keep getting that. The potential near future judgment. I think she's going to be relieved. It's going to be, there's some dark stuff coming up as she's working on this. And a lot of times with this card, there's two other people in the background that are giving, that are showing plans. In this deck, that's not the case, but there are two other people behind the scenes here. There's a lot of craziness, a lot of shadowy stuff going on, and it all revolves around the King of Pentacles, Trump, the Ten of Pentacles, which is family, money, which could be Trump. This was my Trump family card, being embattled, and then Judgment card. She's gonna, internally, she wants to like leave, retreat. Four of Swords. Externally, she's just, oh my God. Eight of Swords. This is tough for her. Hopes and fears is the Wheel of Fortune, is that it doesn't keep spinning on her, and the final outcome, she's battling windmills. And there's a celebration, and the Knight of Wands comes in on strength. I don't think she is. I don't think she is. It feels like it's just going to run down to the wire on this. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave this here. I didn't want to go into it, but I am. And I am going to be taking a couple of, I'm going to be going up to Oregon. And so I will probably be doing some readings up there. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to record a video for Wednesday. And it's going to be on Netanyahu and Texas. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the road. Okay. Peace and love.